Senate confirms appointment of Professor Joash Amonkpetan, SAN, as chairman of INEC. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu at First Ladies Initiative meeting in Banjul says robust partnerships remain surest way to boost health and education in Nigeria. And Minister of Information inspects federal and state projects in Maiduguri, says aviation sector holds key to economic prosperity. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6 on NTN News 24. We are broadcasting live from Abuja. I am Chinenye Ngoyi. The Senate has confirmed the appointment of Professor Joash Amonkpetan as the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. Amonkpetan, a professor of law and senior advocate of Nigeria, is the sixth to occupy the position since the return of democracy in 1999. During the screening, he acknowledged the shortcomings noted by lawmakers in Nigeria's electoral system and expressed readiness to inject the needed reforms for integrity and improved transparency and accountability in the entire process.
In the first place, I'm taking this position on trust, and the people who I'm going to work with, they must also appreciate the fact that they are there on trust. And because you have made the law, that should be done.
Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu says robust partnerships built on shared values can promote stronger health systems, expand access to education, and offer hope to families across Nigeria. She was speaking at the 12th edition of the MEC Foundation First Ladies Initiative Committee meeting in Banjul, Gambia. State House correspondent Adeni Itaiwo reports.
Again, MEC Foundation brought together African First Ladies, their convergence in Banjul, Gambia, to explore their shared vision for a healthier, better educated, and more empowered continent.
My commitment is driven through the Renewed Hope Initiative.
Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has taken major strides in this regard through our pet project, Renewed Hope Initiative, and at the meeting, she highlighted interventions in the health sector, including the donation of $2 million to support advocacy and treatment for cervical cancer and tuberculosis as part of its commitment to eliminating both diseases by 2030. She recalled similar impact in the education sector with the provision of annual scholarships to 47 indigent students in universities for 3 consecutive years. According to the First Lady, these collaborations and partnerships have continued to yield success stories across the nook and crannies of Nigeria.
We are glad to inform this gathering that we were awarded 71 scholarships, and we appreciate MEC Foundation for the education intervention, which aligns perfectly with our RHI goals of promoting access to education for all, especially the girl child. For medical scholarship with MEC, a total of 82 scholarships have been awarded to Nigerian doctors in critical and underserved medical specialties, an increase of 19 scholarships since our last committee meeting. I'm looking forward to how we can expand our collaboration. The more I understand the great work you have been doing, and the more I begin to appreciate our collaboration.
Our ambition is to reach more people, transform more lives, and build more connections across sectors, nations, and generations.
So on children and young people to raise awareness about cancer, which is very, very, very critical and important, especially for children, because it's curable. Children cancer is curable, so it is preventable, curable, so we need to have awareness about it.
The meeting saw First Ladies from African countries making presentations on key interventions bordering on women and children's health and education. Adeni Itaiwo, NTA News.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has acknowledged that the partnership between the federal government and Borno State government in the aviation sector is crucial, with potentials to impact the economy positively. The minister was in Maiduguri and visited completed and ongoing federal and state government projects. Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara reports.
Borno State is one of Nigeria's gateway to neighboring countries in the continent like Cameroon, Chad, and Niger, with a high record of intra-continent trade. To boost global businesses and stimulate Nigeria's agenda for economic growth and job creation, the General Muhammadu Buhari International Airport in Maiduguri is being repositioned for enhanced service delivery.
This facility that we are standing here is actually a federal government facility, but because of the cooperation between the federal government and the subnational, the state government asked for, and the federal government approved, that they can also extend this facility to have an international wing, so that truly Maiduguri Airport or Muhammadu Buhari Airport can truly become an international airport. We have just gone around to see the facilities, with all of you. It's really remarkable what we have seen, and I think that what this tells me is that government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the subnationals are really working for the people of Nigeria, and we will continue to do that. This is the assurance that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given to the people of Nigeria. He will continue to work, he will continue to collaborate, he will continue to associate, and also ensure that these projects are indeed available for the people of this country.
The synergy between federal government and Borno State also impact the road infrastructure with the construction of new flyovers.
Ask Nigerians to persevere, to be patient, and to support the education of Bola people as we continue to embark on this reform program that is aimed to benefit Nigerians, especially those at the lower strata of society.
The government image promoter assured that Renewed Hope government is deliberate in providing developmental projects across the country. In Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
The Customs Officers' Wives Association, COWA, has officially launched its Sustainability and Green Borders Summit 2025 in Abuja with a renewed commitment to restoring local ecosystems, empowering women and youth, and strengthening community resilience against smuggling and other cross-border crimes. Themed Green Borders, Empowering Lives, Women and Youth as Champions of Sustainable Trade, the summit brought together border management officials, policymakers, and development stakeholders from across the country. The focus to foster inclusive conversations and drive action that supports sustainable development in Nigeria's border communities. Comptroller General of Customs, Bashiri Adewale Adeniyi, and other key players say the COWA's initiative shines a spotlight on the pivotal role women and young people play in driving positive change, highlighting their potential as agents of sustainability, peace, and economic empowerment.
We need to tell these stories to the world, that Nigeria is a model of sustainability-driven border management, which can light the way for every region combating or confronting the same challenges.
This initiative is not just about planting trees. It is about planting hope, growing opportunities, and cultivating responsibility. One of the most significant outcomes of the COWA Green Border and Sustainability Initiative will be the establishment of the COWA Sustainability and Innovation Center, institution that will serve as the next center for sustainability thinking, green enterprise, and community innovation in Nigeria's border and trade ecosystem.
Major highlight of the event was the inauguration of the COWA Sustainability and Innovation Center, Abuja, a hub designed to equip women and young people with green skills, promote eco-friendly entrepreneurship, and expand access to sustainable livelihoods. Experts on NTA's program, Good Morning Nigeria, emphasize the importance of consistency, collaboration, and effective resource allocation to achieve sustainability in Nigeria's agricultural sector. They stressed that federal, state, and local governments must work together to establish a sustainable food system. Ekamini Williams monitored the discussions.
Marking the 2025 World Food Day, Nigeria's Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, emphasized the ministry's commitment to ensuring food security. The ministry has revamped its programs to align with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's vision of no one goes to bed hungry. Part of the key initiatives to achieve food security include the Nigerian Soil Health Scheme, digitization of farmers' database, and safe biotechnology development.
We are also working to make sure that we have a database of farmers. Like I said, that of the cooperatives, each cooperative society, we're going to digitize, we're going to know who is doing what, and the regulation is going to come on force so that we'll be able to monitor whatever everybody is doing.
We hope that whatever administration comes after this will keep all these policies for all time and then churn out new ones, better if they are, to replace whatever was there. But if you jettison policies, you cause lethargy to producers and to investors.
The Malabo Declaration, which stipulates that countries or governments should allocate at least 10% of their budgets to agriculture. That, His Excellency the Governor has addressed.
Experts on the program highlighted the importance of adequate funding for agriculture, citing the Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Program recommendation of allocating at least 10% of national budgets to agriculture.
The private sector must be incentivized to really invest sustainably, and this will be driven by a consistency in policies.
With concerted efforts, Nigeria can achieve food security and improve the lives of its citizens. The emphasis is on working together to create a sustainable food system that benefits all. In Abuja, Ekemini Williams, NTA News.
The leadership of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has called on parents and guardians to caution their children against being used by selfish politicians. NANS gave the warning while clarifying what it called misleading and malicious narrative currently circulating on the social media platforms that NANS is planning to organize or participate in a so-called Free Nnamdi Kanu protest slated for October 20th, 2025. A statement by Olushola Oladoja, the President, National Association of Nigerian Students, states that the association is not and will not be part of any protest organized or influenced by Omoyele Sowore or any other politically motivated group or individual. It says the entire claim is false, mischievous, and designed to drag the name of the Noble Association into political controversies that do not align with the mandate at a student body. This is the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We'll take a break here. There'll be more reports when we return. This day.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to the only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness. Eat healthy to live longer. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
Tomato paste, the taste of Nigeria.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African Road.
Many thanks for staying on. In furtherance of federal government's commitment to improving public health and nutrition, national guidelines for public food procurement and services has been finalized. The policy is expected to promote access to safe, healthy and locally sourced food in public institutions, including schools, hospitals and correctional centers. Dennis Temple reports.
The role of policies as the benchmark, at least setting the framework, is important for us to be able to execute any interventions.
The food served in Nigeria's public institutions, from schools to hospitals and custodial centers, is about to undergo a transformation. That is why this gathering is here today to finalize the guidelines for public food procurement. Led by the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning and supported by relevant stakeholders, the guidelines aim to ensure that food in public settings is nutritious, safe, and sourced from local producers.
If we have a guidance document that will help to guide the procurement of public food service, this will help so that those that we procure the food for can eat healthier food.
This is a policy guideline program that will be able to, as it has pulled out stakeholders, it will be able to see the light of day.
Stakeholders say it is a timely intervention, especially with rising food insecurity and malnutrition rates across the country.
We've done a lot of research, working with other partners to extract the information that has shaped or framed what this policy looks like. The next couple of days will also require validation, so we'll look at key elements of this policy and inputs from different stakeholders who are experts in the room.
If it's not, I'm not easily available for programs, activities, because I have so many things, but because of the importance, we are attached to this particular program. That is why I'm here.
The national guidelines, they say, mark a bold step towards food system reform in Nigeria, and with the inauguration of the technical working group, it is expected that the policy would not only improve public health, but also boost local agriculture and drive sustainable development. In Abuja, Dennis Temple, NTN News.
The National Association of Law Teachers is advocating curriculum reforms that can make legal education more practical and technology integrated to improve access to legal training, capacity building for law teachers through continuous professional development and partnerships and collaborations with legal institutions and industries to enhance skill-based learning. Dean, Faculty of Law, University of Abuja, Professor Owakwe Abugu, said this in the media briefing that through these approaches, Nigerian law faculties can contribute meaningfully to national policy, social justice, and economic growth.
We try to probe national development and economic sustainability in a globalized world, to engage in critical reflection on law, policy, and governance in Nigeria. It provides an avenue for a thinking legal education, strengthening institutional framework, and addressing national and global challenges through the lens of law and justice. We're going to give a better deal and a better approach.
He further said artificial intelligence, biotechnology, legal reform, and Nigeria's national development will take center stage as legal scholars, policymakers, jurists, and practitioners from across Nigeria and beyond are built to meet in Abuja to brainstorm with a view to achieving success. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority is engaging the nation's judiciary on how best to strengthen Nigeria's adherence to international air transport conventions. The conference, which brings together judges and key industry players, seeks to deepen understanding of these treaties, including the Montreal Convention that protects passenger rights. Victor Azu reports.
For years, many Nigerians have doubted that justice works for air passengers, with flight delays, cancellations, and lost luggage often going unremedied. But that confidence is slowly returning, and this conference is part of the effort to keep it rising. At ease among members of the bench and bar, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace, Festus Keyamo, a senior advocate of Nigeria, says the 2025 Judges Conference will bring new clarity and comfort to air transport users.
Aviation disputes are often technical and demand not only knowledge of the law, but also an appreciation of international standards, insurance mechanisms, and operational realities.
For NCAA Director General, Captain Chris Najomo, the dialogue underscores the judiciary's vital role in enforcing aviation law and protecting travelers' rights. The Minister of Justice, represented by Gladys Odegbaro, agrees, urging judges to keep interpreting international conventions in ways that strengthen Nigeria's global compliance.
Our judges interpret not just the letter of the law, but its spirit and intent, thereby balancing the interests of passengers, operators, regulators, and the state.
From carriage by air must be brought under the Montreal Convention. Domestic laws determine procedural matters and persons entitled to bring up a claim.
For Nigeria's aviation sector, this is more than a conference. It is a commitment to justice, safety, and a passenger experience where rights are as secure as the flight itself. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
As global attention turns to the ongoing IMF World Bank meetings in Washington, sustainable energy has taken center stage, with Africa firmly in focus. One of the summit's standout moments is the launch of Mission 300, a bold World Bank-led initiative to electrify 300 million Africans by 2030. The initiative prioritizes private capital, digital and gas infrastructure, and strong public-private partnerships, signaling a new era where innovation and inclusion take precedence over traditional aid models. These global conversations highlight a decisive pivot from aid to agency, where technologies like AI, automation, and data analytics are no longer considered futuristic, but essential tools for building low-carbon and resilient energy systems.
The energy sector for the past 25 years. Now we are entering into the next phase of providing these products and services to non-oil industry, like water industry, the power industry, to ensure that that is a challenge within the African continent is becoming a solution that we are offering. Not just the oil industry alone, but the non-oil space.
Spotlight is now on countries driving their own transitions, and Nigeria is emerging as a clear frontrunner. Indigenous players like Solvent Group are already deploying smart technologies to optimize oil field operations and bridge last-mile energy access with scalable tech-enabled models.
For us to discuss for us to discuss value creation, value addition, the emerging technology, on how this technology could be deployed in promoting African energy sector.
Leveraging technology, leveraging these advanced tools that are capable of increasing production of both oil and gas and other associated energy resources.
As global frameworks take shape in Washington, Nigeria is already putting its own blueprint into motion. This is the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Let's take another look at our major stories. Senate confirms appointment of Professor Joash Amopiton SAN as chairman of INEC. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu at First Ladies Initiative meeting in Banjul says robust partnerships remain surest way to boost health and education in Nigeria. And Minister of Information inspects federal and state projects in Maiduguri, says aviation sector holds key to economic prosperity.
This is NTA News 24.
The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, has approved the release of 28 billion naira from the Meter Acquisition Fund to electricity distribution companies to meter all outstanding unmetered Band A and Band B customers. The funds will be allocated in proportion to the respective contributions of the distribution companies under Tranche B of the intervention. In an order released by NERC, all the meters to be procured and installed under the Meter Acquisition Fund framework shall be provided free to Band A and Band B tariff customers. NERC directs all distribution companies to complete the installation of the meters under the Tranche B of the Meter Acquisition Fund by 31st December 2025. The intervention under the Meter Acquisition Fund is part of the Commission's deliberate efforts to close the metering gap in the country, and it will run concurrently with other interventions, including Presidential Metering Initiative. And that concludes the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Chinenye Ngoyi.